Next, I would like to introduce Al Kalin, President of Mount Diablo Cyclists, to talk more about this great project.
Thank you, Ryan. I can't wait to see what I'm going to say. This is way too much fun. First of all, I'm going to walk around and do some high fives and say thank you. 2 years ago, I stood here and I said that Joe Shammy left in his trust $125,000. And most of you were here. And I asked everybody here one question. One question. Do you want state parks to match it? And what did you say? Yes! Okay, we're going to do that again. That's a little weak. Do you want state parks to match it? Yes! Excellent. I looked over at Clint. He knew it was coming. And bless his heart, he matched it. He matched it. Okay? He didn't know where he was going to get the money, but he did it. That was amazing. And then we had to figure out now how we're going to raise the money. I reached out to Randy Wadera. Where are you, Randy? California State Parks Foundation. And Sam works there too. Randy, put your hand up again. Okay? For 10 years, I've always said I need your help to improve the safety for cyclists, motorists, and pedestrians on the roads of Mount Diablo. And all of you came through. But I never asked for money. And I asked Randy. And the foundation stepped up, facilitated this, ran the website, handled the staffing. 400 people, many of them here, donated $755,000. Whoa! Then I called up Clint, and I said, Clint, we need every penny to go for bike turnouts. No overhead. Bless his heart, he stepped up again. Every penny you donated goes to one of the 22 bike turnouts. That's amazing. That doesn't happen. Okay? We did it. You did it. Congratulations. There are now 67 bike turnouts in California. 67 in California. All of those 67 are on Mount Diablo. All 67. That's right. Bike turnouts only exist on Mount Diablo. That's a fact. That's true. No other state or park in the nation has bike turnouts. That is amazing. Now I need your participation again. I need to hear your outdoor voice. Or as we say in the military, your command voice. I have 3 questions for you. 3 questions. Please respond loudly and clearly. So loud that Joe, who's riding a bike in heaven, can hear you. Please. Have you ever had a vehicle pass you on a blind curve while you were riding a bicycle up the mountain?
Yes! This morning.
Excellent. Well done. Second question. Pay attention, there's going to be a test. Have you ever had a vehicle in your lane as you were riding your bicycle down the mountain?
Yes! Yes.
Third question. Have you ever been hit by a vehicle while riding a bicycle?
Yes!
I also have been hit. You and all of you are why we created bike turnouts. For all of those reasons and more. That's exactly why we did it. It's been a privilege and an honor leading the effort to improve the safety for cyclists and motorists on the roads of Mount Diablo. Motorists love bike turnouts. So do cyclists. It reduces collisions and saves lives. It also reduces the animosity. But this has truly been a team effort by thousands of people in the Bay Area. Thousands of people. I would ask everyone here today, all of you, please pause just for a moment and reflect upon your contribution to this historic accomplishment. All of you helped, in one way or the other, to install 67 bike turnouts. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're worth it. Every team has some rock stars. And I want to talk about a few of the rock stars that have kept me going over the years. I'd like to recognize a few very special people who have been instrumental in our success. And I'm going to apologize if there are other rock stars that I leave you out. And if there are, raise your hand. But let me start again with Valley Spokesman. Where's Valley Spokesman? Hey, folks, you have been terrific. Anything we asked, you did it. You've been supportive. Amazing, all of you. And within that group, Mark Didon. Mark, where are you? Okay, where's Mark? Mark, step up so we can see you here. Get up here. I'm going to do my best to embarrass a few people. Thank you, Mark. Okay? Mark has been amazing. A true friend. Ted Trumley. Where are you, Ted? Okay. All right, so let me just pause for a second here. You know, when we raised $755,000 and we printed these little flyers with my name and phone number on the back, because I told people, listen, don't believe anything I'm telling you. Go to the website and call me. Well, a lot of you helped pass these out, but the rock stars on this group to raise money at Pete's and on the mountain, Ted Trumley and Mark Didon. We passed thousands of these out, okay? And if you know Ted and Mark, they didn't take no for an answer. And with that, we raised $750,000. Okay, that just with a little piece of paper and some stubborn people like Ted and Mark. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize Jeff Iorio. Jeff, stand up. Put the phone down. Thank you. Jeff has been a true friend all these years. I met him years ago, riding up Mount Diablo. There was a tarantula on the road. Let's see if I get this right. And I stopped to encourage the tarantula to safely get across the road, and so did Jeff. And I met him. True story. By the way, tarantula on the road. Tarantula. That's our logo. It was not easy training a tarantula to ride a bicycle. We had to work really hard doing that. And I want to thank Linda Kwan and her son for that design. That's amazing. Is Bruce Bilodeau here? Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, wait. Go Wolves. San Ramon High School, Mountain Bike Club. Where are you? Yay! That is a club of about 120 students, high school, middle school. Over the years, they've been incredibly supportive, and you're here in uniform. Give them a big hand. Thank you. Thank you. And please give my best to Bruce and the coaches. Nicola Place, please stand up. Oh my goodness. She is standing up. Couldn't have done this without you. Been amazing. All the support. Thank you very much. And give my best to Chris, your husband. Rick Edmondson, you here anywhere? Thank you, Rick. All your support. Every Wednesday, a group of about 30 riders come up here. Linda Kwan, please stand. Come on. Linda's just been amazing with all the support, all the advice over the years. Linda, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Someone who can't be here, but I'm going to mention him anyway, is Bruce Erickson. He was the heart and soul of the Mount Diablo and was a volunteer but has the flu. But he's just been amazing. And someone else who's not here is Dan Borenstein, editor for Contra Costa Times, just been so supportive. I want to now thank Karen Stepper, Mayor of Danville. Karen, thank you very much for all the support. I really appreciate it. And State Senator Steve Glazier's not here, but I think his staff person is, and couldn't have done it without Senator Glazier. Thank you, Matt. And also, who's not here, Assembly Member Rebecca Barakayan, totally supportive. And one more time for Clint Earhals. Clint, yeah, I told him we were going to embarrass him, so keep clapping for Clint. Thank you. And Randy, again, thank you. California State Parks Foundation. One last person that I need to thank, last but not least, is someone that puts up with me for all day. 24/7. Good luck with that. My wife, Jan. Please give her a big hand. Surprised you, didn't I? Yeah. If you don't know it, I was in the Army for 28 years, and I always used to say I'd get deployed, but spouses are the ones that have the tough time. So, thank you. Thank you. Sadly, very sadly, there's one very special person who is not here today with us. Joe Shammy. His pictures are in the back. For those of you who did not know Joe, he was a cyclist known as the Legend of Mount Diablo. Joe rode his bike up Mount Diablo 615 consecutive weeks for over 11 years. Let me say that again. Joe rode his bike up Mount Diablo 615 consecutive weeks for over 11 years, and the last time he rode up, he was 86 years young. Along the way, Joe always tried to inspire people to help improve safety for cyclists and motorists on Mount Diablo. He motivated elected leaders, the media, and countless park visitors to install bike turnouts. Tragically, on April 14th, 2021, Joe was struck and killed while riding a bicycle. Joe was my friend. Joe was your friend. Joe was 86 years young and never, ever accepted the word no when your life was at stake. In honor of Joe's efforts, today is Joe Shammy Day on Mount Diablo. I hereby declare it. In honor of Joe's efforts, his spirit, and his inspiring demonstration of life fully lived, we are dedicating all 67 bike turnouts to Joe. All 67. So, you have to ask yourself, how did all this begin? The birth of bike turnouts traces back to 2010, when I retired. When I was a kid, Mount Diablo was just a hill. But over the years, it's gotten a little taller. As I began riding up Mount Diablo again, I experienced and heard from many of you and other cyclists their stories of near-miss collisions and actual bike versus vehicle collisions on the roads of Mount Diablo. It became painfully evident that impatient drivers were recklessly overtaking ascending cyclists, crossing over to the wrong side of the road on blind curves, often hitting and seriously injuring descending cyclists. The San Ramon Valley and Contra Costa fire departments became increasingly frequent visitors to Mount Diablo, responding to medical emergencies almost weekly. Ambulance and helicopter flights were frequent, transporting seriously injured cyclists to local hospitals. We discovered, sadly at that time, that little was being done to understand why, and nothing was being done to implement safety measures to prevent them or reduce injuries. And I, like Joe, don't accept no when your life's at stake. I'm stubborn like that. As a result, in 2014, Mount Diablo Cyclist was established with only one mission, to improve the safety for cyclists and motorists on the roads of Mount Diablo. And our efforts, your efforts, have paid off. Bike turnouts have reduced collisions, have reduced bike versus vehicle collisions by over 80%. Every bike turnout has the potential to prevent a collision and save a life. Not only are we saving lives here, but we are also impacting public policy in other states. In 2023, I was contacted by a PhD student, Lena Bauer, at Oregon State University. Oregon State University had been commissioned by the Oregon Department of Transportation and the Federal Highway Administration to research bike turnouts. And she was the leading field researcher. She was intrigued by our bike turnouts. She called me. What's a bike turnout? I can't find them anywhere in the U.S. or the world. And she wanted to include them and do a research report. On April 1st, 2024 of this year, Oregon State University and the State of Oregon Department of Transportation published the research report. 141 pages recognizing Mount Diablo cyclists and using much of our research. Go figure. That was amazing. Their findings virtually matched our findings in our surveys. They used a lot of our data. Collectively, their findings, 97.8% of the drivers they surveyed in this scientific report and cyclists believe that the implementation of auxiliary bike lanes, bike turnouts, would effectively reduce potential collisions on two-lane roads with no shoulder or bike lane with a limited visibility. Oregon State University report validated our efforts, validated your support, and confirmed that bike turnouts prevent collisions, reduce injuries, and save lives, and they want them in Oregon. In closing, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank every one of you for allowing me the privilege to lead this effort, to make it safer for all park visitors. It's been an honor and a privilege. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan.